So I'm now standing in the corner of the clearing. Again, that's looking up the same place as before, up to the graded climb that goes up and links to the cycle trail. That's the trail going all the way down to Mansion Hill. And I'm standing in the corner of the clearing, and I'm just going to walk along a trail which is already here, which I guess might have been used before for something. It's quite well established, so let's push this aside. So this is quite a steep climb to begin with, up this trail that you can see in front of me. So just here there is a junction on the trail. I think we probably want to go right here and follow the trail which goes along the back of the clearing. But the trail does also go off to the left-hand side towards the Mansion Hill, and it connects to some steps that go up to the road, but it also carries on for quite some way, and I will film that a little bit later on. So here we are at the back of the clearing. People will have come up here around this tree, and this is a bit of a climb, not too bad. Spectators would be able to see the riders from the clearing, which is now below down to our right. This trail is already here, it's quite well established, doesn't need clearing off. So again, the clearing is off to the right, and there is an access trail just there, which I don't think we'd use. And then this is a very, very steep climb, and I'm not sure everyone would make it up there, actually. But let's have a walk up and see. This would be very demanding for riders, and I personally don't think people would get all the way to the top, only the very, very best. But we could have people here marking how far folks manage to get before they dab, and then we give them the opportunity to either push the last bit or restart and try and climb all the way up. Right, the climb levels here, but it's only a little bit. It's still a climb, and it's still quite difficult. There's a momentary breather there before this second section, which if anybody makes it this far, they'll have done extremely well. Certainly you wouldn't make it up there in wet conditions. So at this point, the trail continues up and links with the footpath. It's too steep to ride. But what we'd like to do at this point is go off and connect to what looks like an old trail just beyond these trees. So I'm going to pause here and reconnect the other side of this low-hanging branch. So what we'd like to do here is just build a little link trail that comes down. There isn't anything here at this point, but once you get under these low-hanging branches, then I'm pretty sure at one time there was perhaps a trail potentially used in one of the Wendover bash races back in the 80s, and this just needs a little bit of reinstatement and really just clearing off. The low-hanging branches will need to be just pruned back, but there's quite a bit of potential here. Now, we don't want to lose our height too much, because really this section, I would see this as pretty much an out and back, fairly close by, like a switchback. It's too steep to climb on that side, and folks have already done enough climbing, so I think we'd only come out here. Now, down here, that little grassy bank is the other side of the graded trail that goes up to the top of the woods. But what we want to do really is come along here and come round these trees here, loop around this little glade here, and although I'm returning by the same route, we wouldn't do that. We'd obviously make another way through, mark it with brash and tape, so obviously riders didn't ride back the same way. But if you just bear with me, you will see that whatever this trail once was, or once did, and I reckon it was once used for mountain biking, has become disused since the 1980s. A few of the old 80s racers might possibly remember it. I'm now walking towards the clearing, and what we would really like to do here in this final section before the clearing would be to slalom around the trees, and there's quite a natural slalom course here that would be quite easy to make. Just put around the trees here on the side of this hill here, and then we could just walking it now, but obviously we built it in such a way that it's safe to ride, good fun, and gives people a nice smile on their face at the finish. And in the corner here, we are coming out right in the corner of the clearing on the graded trail and back to where we started from. Perhaps not, we'd bring them out perhaps down here so we didn't conflict with the traffic on the trail. It's going to be a busy day, bank holiday Monday, so we don't really want to use anything that the public might be using. And then we're back in the clearing at the finish of what could be quite an interesting little trail. Thank you.